Good evening, VV Nation. My name is Ryan and welcome to the channel. In tonight's presentation, I'm going to try to give you some clarification on exactly how to prepare for this current market scenario. Now, you may be asking yourself, should I be bullish? Should I be bottom fishing? Should I be protecting profits? Should I continue shorting the market? Well, those are great questions. So I want to utilize the VectorVest 7 system and give you some great insight so that way you can be profitable going forward. Most investors would have assumed that avoiding a government shutdown would be good for the markets. However, rising yields right now has dented that sentiment, causing a lot of selling pressure on the markets over the last 2 trading days. Now, the VectorVest 7 system does tell us that our market timing indicators are currently in oversold territory, potentially getting ready for bottom fishing opportunities. However, with the lack of green lights or primary wave up signals showing a change in direction, the trend of the market is still currently down. So let's jump into the VectorVest 7 system and see how we can play this to our advantage. Now, when it comes to your next move in the market, what the market is doing should be your only focus. Right now the market timing gauge is neutral and VectorVest does not advocate buying any stocks at this time. So if we look at the color guard, only yellow and red lights, therefore there shouldn't have been any buying bullish positions in the last few weeks. The move to make would have been playing to the downside. However, in today's market scenario, with the MTI down at 0.52 and the BSR at 0.08, these are in very oversold territories, meaning that there could be an explosive rally on the horizon. Thus, if you're trying to open up more short positions, just make sure we're getting confirmation with red lights in the price column. However, the big goal is to protect profits. Now, if you're still holding bullish positions, now the market can continue and probably will still continue to go down in the near future. Now, I am recording this video pre-market today, so we can see that the VVC or VectorVest Composite is up slightly, just 0.1% in pre-market hours right now, giving us yellow lights across the board. However, the past 3 days, we can see, the sell-off is strong here, 3 red lights in the price column, putting pressure on price action of the VectorVest Composite. Now, the asterisk here does mean that this momentum to the downside has been confirmed by our RT Kicker combo timing system. This does go into a little bit more details utilizing moving averages of our RT indicator, just keeping you on the right side of the market, showing you where momentum is currently. Now, if I'm going to short the market, I do want to make sure that I see red lights appear in the price column. So as of today, don't necessarily advise, shorting the market right now with the yellow light here. There could be a pause in that sell-off. And for the bulls, just to the adverse effect, we're not seeing green lights. Nothing is telling me to go out and start bottom fishing or dollar cost averaging on positions. So the main theme right now is protecting profits and bullish positions, sticking to the plan, sticking to your stops. The ideal time would have been back in August when the MTI was around 1.5. Now that the MTI is around 0.52, the market is trying to find a bottom. And that's really the power of the VectorVest 7 software. A lot of our subscribers have been on the right side of this most recent market downturn and are able to make money doing so. I did release a video back in August on Contra ETFs showing you how to properly play to the downside of this market and hedge your portfolio. So let's jump over to that list and see how it's done and performed just in the last 2 months. Now, here's the list of Contra ETFs that I presented on the channel to show customers how to play the market to the downside and get ready for this most recent market downturn. Now, there were 6 Contra ETFs that I presented in the list. UVXY is more of a trader's Contra ETF. Now, if you're more of a passive investor, probably not for you. However, the SQQQ just plays the NASDAQ 100 to the downside. SPXS and DOG play the major indices also to the downside. SOXS plays the semiconductors, shorting a lot of those stocks. And DUS plays to the downside of the gold miners index. Let's go ahead and quick test these. So I'll just hit the quick test button here. We're going to change the start date to back in August. August 8th is when I put the list together. August 9th is when we got a confirmed down call. Now, if you notice, if I scroll forward, we have not gotten a confirmed up signal. So we've been in a downtrending market since August. Now, let me just go ahead and click on August 8th here when I put the list out, run the test. Now, if we look at these here, DUS is at the top of the list at 24.57%. A lot of these, close to 20% and above. The only one loser here, UVXY, down 1.5%. Like I said, that's more of a short-term trader's Contra ETF, not something you just want to buy and hold. But overall, just holding these from August 8th until October 4th, almost 2 months, we're up 13.5% in just 2 months in a down market. That is the goal, is to be able to make money on both sides of the market. Now, if we compare this to the SPX, which most of us are familiar with, that is the S&P 500, we can see that the market, or the S&P 500, is down 5.7%. And if we even compare that to the VectorVest composite, which tracks the 9,000 stocks in our database, that is down even more at 7.8%. So this is how you can utilize Contra ETFs going forward. So let's jump over to the market timing graph and show you how to appropriately time the market and be on the right side of it. All right, right behind me, I do have the chart up of the VectorVest composite, or VVC. Again, this is how we track the broad market. For those that are new to the channel, it's like combining the S&P, the Dow Jones, Pink Sheets, Russell 2000, the 9,000 plus stocks that we're currently tracking. It gives you a much better representation, we feel at least, of the broad market. Now here's the confirmed down signal that I had showed you occurred back on August 9th while we were doing the quick test of the Contra ETFs. Now since then, you can see the market in a clear downtrend here, hitting a series of lower highs. Here's the trend line on the top of these candlesticks here. You can see a clear downtrend in formation right now. Price action breaking up these levels of supports, now becoming a level of resistance. And with yesterday's market action, this did bring us to our final level of support here at around $55. Now, a couple things I want to note to keep our customers on the right side of the market. MTI is one of our most powerful indicators to do so. Now, if you're not a VectorVest subscriber, down below in the description, I did put a link to our trial. It's just 99 cents for 30 days. I think that over the next 30 days, it can potentially, make you a lot of money if there are some bottom fishing opportunities that occur, or save you a lot of money by keeping you on the right side of the market and protecting your portfolio. Now, that being said, MTI historically is in overbought territory around the 1.5 levels. That doesn't mean once MTI hits 1.5, just go out and start selling everything, but it does mean you want to focus on the market and focus on protecting profits. That is the key. Whether you're bullish or bearish, you have to protect profits, or you're pretty much wasting your time in the market, right? So let's be honest. Now, if we go down to the green line here, at 0.6 is when the MTI is historically oversold. Just along with the BSR, or the buy-sell ratio, around 0.2 is its typically oversold level. And that's usually when the market is trying to find a bottom. So that's why I say right now, if you're opening up new short positions, just make sure that there's confirmation from the color guard. We want to see red lights, because there is that chance of an explosive rally coming off this bottom, knocking you out of all of your shorts and costing you money, which is not what I want you to do. Now, if you're like myself and you've been bearish on the market for a couple months now, you have to ask yourself, what is enough profit? What is your goal here? Because that's really going to be, the determining factor of when to close your positions. Some investors may have already closed their positions. Some may be a little bit more greedy, trying to squeeze out a last few percentage points. Now, just keep an eye on those short positions, because like I said, with the MTI and BSR in these territories right now, we do have a chance of an explosive market rally. Now, as far as being bullish on the market, right now I'm not bullish. I'm getting ready, getting my shopping list together. However, I'm just not there yet. I want to see some green lights or a primary wave up, something showing that this market is actually turning around. Because if you jump in right now, you could just be dollar cost averaging in a down market, which is a waste of time and energy. Thus, some of the best advice I can give you really is just heed the color guard. It's going to tell you what side of the market you should be on and how to play it.
Hey, VV Nation. One of the most important books that I've ever read in regards to the stock market was written by our founder, Dr. Bart Delito, the founder of VectorVest. The name of the book is called Stock Strategies and Common Sense. It will give you everything that you need to know about how the market works, the cycles, how to value stocks, and it's very well presented so that you can better understand and get a better understanding of how the market works. Folks, you simply need to go to www.vectorvest.com/YT book to get your free edition of Stock Strategies and Common Sense. Folks, you want to do that right now.